Okay, Allah Ragene, when did you get the knowledge yourself, God?
Peace God. I got the knowledge myself in 1969. God. I was young when I first heard about it, though. You understand? I first heard peace. I first heard about it when I was like 10 or 12, right? I was in public school. All my friends started saying, yo, my name is Kendu, my name is Bishop, what? So I look at my man Georgie Mathis. I said, yo, stop playing, man. He said, my name Kendu. So we look at him crazy. God, I thought it was madness. I thought it was crazy because everybody was saying it was God. And in my mind, as a young 85%, God, I said, how could there be these many gods when there ain't but one God? I was 10, 11, about 10 to 11 to 12 years old, God, when I heard this. So, God, it didn't make no sense to me at all. I was against it. I was a Christian. I was a Catholic, too. I used to go to church every Sunday. My mother taught us like that, God. So this was all new to me. It was like a whole new world to me, God, to hear this. You know what I'm saying? And then my other man, Larry Pruitt, I had a friend of my student classmate named Larry Pruitt. He's the one that told me, he said, yo, man, if I get knowledge, I want to be a brother. So I said, what is a brother? I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, I'm going to be a brother. And I said, wow. He said, yeah, they don't play, boy. They take your head. So we in the 6th grade, God, I still don't know. So I still don't know what he's talking about. I'm still lost. Like, what are you talking about? And then you hear everybody start saying, peace, peace, black man, peace, my brother. So what? It mean nothing to me. And then further on down the line, I used to tell everybody my brother was a 5% of all brother. You know, I said, yeah, what's your brother's name? Walker. His name was Now Allah me though. But back then, I used to tell everybody my brother's name because I felt proud to let them know my brother's name, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't down. And then later on, down the line, he said, if I picked the name, the brother Larry Pruitt, he said, I would name myself Allah. I said, what? I said, yeah, man, what kind of name is that? He said, yeah, man. I said, wow. And then later on, he said, I would be a 5%. He said, but you can't eat no pork. I said, nah, man, I can't get down with that, man. I said, nah, man. I said, I can't do it, man. So he said, yeah, man. He said, I would be one. He said, but you can't eat no pork. I said, wow, man, they messing up. And then later on down the line, while growing up, I ran into a brother named Raheem up in P-Line in the Bronx. We used to go in abandoned buildings with apartments. In the abandoned buildings, they used to have a garbage can with the fire in it and everything. You know what I'm saying? We just, in the wintertime, just to get warm and smoke weed and whatnot. And the brother Raheem said, peace. I said peace to him because he had a flag on. And I just want to say, yo, peace, God, my brother is righteous, man. He said, yeah, what's his name? When I told him, he said, yeah, I know him, man. And they gave me big respect because of that. But also, Raheem, he sat me down and built with me, God, and he quoted 120, the whole 120 degrees, and that's when I was hooked. I was highly impressed, highly impressed. He didn't skip a beat. And I said, wow, man. I said, man, this brother's deep because he's quoted the whole 120 to me, actual facts, soul fact, everything. I said, wow. So then, again, another thing, the name Ragene that I got, my man Larry Pruitt mentioned that name. He said, yeah, but I like the name Ragene. So now, when they said, so what name do you want? I didn't know. I said, Ragene. Because I heard it from my man Larry Pruitt, who was the 85%. So be it. I said, all right, cool. So I took on the name Ragene. Then later on, back in the days, they used to have two names, like Jamel Messiah. So I said, well, I named myself Ragene Rumel. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was cool back then, so that was the thing. So that's my first name, Ragene Rumel. Then later on down the line, you know what I'm saying, I just dropped it off and kept Ragene. And then also, right, then later on, as I got older, about not years old, I went to Harlem Prep. Harlem Prep. That's where I really blew up. That's where I really learned about the knowledge, and it truly had my attention. And in Harlem Prep, we had the biggest, I think that's the greatest school in the world for any black man that had dropped out of school, because we had dropped out of school, but I knew I had to get back in school. So therefore, God, I went to Harlem Prep. I went to Harlem Prep. It was number guards in there. You had a lobby, Dumar, Arlene used to come by, God from Medina, a lot of guards used to come through to visit us and build with us, God. So from there is where I really, really, really blew up, God. And then after that, and while being in Harlem Prep, I met Prince Allah from the desert, y'all, just so y'all get that clear. Prince Allah from the desert, okay? We knew each other as children. So I'm saying, but I never knew, he didn't have knowledge when I knew him. Because we used to play on the same block. Then when I got knowledge and stuff and I went to Harlem Prep, he was coming to the school. As I was going out the door, he was coming in. He had a crown on. I said, oh, I looked at him, I said, peace. He said, peace, God. Oh, man, I said, what's your name? He said, my name is Wild Kim. I said, my name is Ragene. And God, we said peace, and we hugged. And we never separated from that day forth. Never. We was together every day. If you saw him, you saw me. You know what I'm saying? And then, but however, when I did get knowledge, right, Allah Mathematics that you talking about, his name, we used to call him Benny, Broadway Vinny. He was cool. We used to hang out in my man's house named Adolph. All the way to hang out there, smoke weed, and listen to music. And I used to tell him, I said, man, I'm God. They said, what? I said, that's right, man. I said, I'm the true and living God, the Asiatic black man, the maker of the own, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe. I said, what? And I just started dropping it on them. Now, Allah Mathematics was intrigued, but that was my man anyway. So he was very intrigued with me. Oh, he wanted to be a Muslim too. I told him, God, I said, yo, God, now it's safe for my man. I said, because they follow. I said, we are leaders and teachers. I said, so therefore we don't follow no man. You see what I'm saying? I said, because we the true and living gods. And I started dropping it on him. And that night, about 1 o'clock in the morning, God, he said he wanted knowledge. I took him home to my house 1 o'clock in the morning and gave him a set of 120. From there, he learned 120 like within a month, maybe less, 120. Bam. And from there, his name was Rob Meek. That was his first, colleague, and then Rob Meek. Then later on down the line, when we started building with high mathematics and everything, he changed it to Allah Mathematics. Another thing, we used to build, and we said that in our alphabets, A come first. So Allah come first. So we the ones that start saying, well, my name is Allah Ragene, Allah Mathematics, Allah Freedom, and so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? So from there, we built with that, and then God, and Harlem Prep is where we all grew up. Harlem Prep was one of the most greatest schools in the world to me, God. You know what I'm saying? We all graduated. Matter of fact, we started teaching a lot in Harlem Prep so strong that they had to have a meeting. They sit us down, they said, yo, listen, we appreciate y'all being here. Now, God, we used to teach all day long. And it would stop people from going to their classes because they were so intrigued about this here. Al Shakim was in our school too, by the way. When he started speaking, the whole school crowded around him. You know what I'm saying? And then they asked him to stop speaking. And then also they told him, they said, well, could you please, and they asked all of us to stop speaking because they said, y'all interrupting people from going to their classes. They stopped going to their classes to hear us. So we chilled out with that, and then the headmaster, Ed Carpenter, came to us and asked us, just to chill on that, you know what I'm saying, but do your work. When I first got to Harlem Prep, God, we were just teaching so strong, I wasn't really doing my work. And they came to us, they said they were about to put us out. That's right, they said they're going to put us out because we wasn't doing our work. So he had us come down to his office, Ed Carpenter, all of us. And he said, and he had a picture of Allah in his office. He said, listen, man, the father said that y'all came here for education, so that's what it's all about. So if y'all not doing that, y'all not doing nothing, and I have a problem with that. So we all sat there, Allah be all, we all sat there and agreed that we're going to do our thing, we're going to get our education together and pull up our grades. So that's what we did, and the next report card we got, all of us got together, went down to his office, God, and we just laid our report cards on his table. It just backed up. Bang. He picked him up. He said, oh, man. He said, you got an A+. He said, wow, you got a B+. Wow, you got an A-. Wow, you got an A+. Wow. And we just looked at him. He said, peace. And after that, we just walked. You know what I'm saying? And from there, God, Harlem Prep is what really opened me up because I met Prince Allah. And then one day, Prince Allah came to school. I want this on record. He came to school one day, and he said, yo, God, we need to have a show and prove. We all sitting there dumbfounded. Well, what's the show and prove? We show and prove every day. So we want, so what else? But he said, no, I would like to have a show and prove for the babies, for them to show and prove what they're doing in school, and if they got good report cards, I would like to reward them. He spent his own money out of his pocket and bought nothing but gifts and everything for the babies. We asked Ed Carpenter, could we have it in Harlem Prep? That's what we first had, the first show and prove in Harlem Prep. And They bought gifts. Then Kundalini came around at that time. He had a truck. And he helped the guards go to the store to pick up food, different items for the show and prove and everything. Dumar and all of them, Alim and all of them came around the school, and they was all getting together to help us have this show and prove. God, we had the first show and prove in Harlem Prep, back in 1971. That's right. And God, from there, it blew up. We blew up. God, it was beautiful, man.